kids. My name is B.B. Wolf. I know. You're thinking that B.B. must stand for Big Bad, right? Well, you know what? It doesn't. It stands for Billy Bob. That's right. My name is Billy Bob Wolf, not Big Bad Wolf. And that's why I'm here, to try and clear my good name and set all those misguided fairy tales and stories right. Us wolves have always been painted as the bad guys. You've all been read the bedtime stories and been told the tales, the Three Little Pigs, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and Little Red Riding Hood, right? Well, guess what? They're all a bunch of hooey. Cooked up by the news media, looking for a sensational headline and a scapegoat. Or in my case, a scape wolf. That can really get a fellow depressed, you know? Suppose you walk into the woods to pick some flowers or other goods, or take a stroll to see the trees, have a picnic, talk to the bees. Or maybe you want to climb a hill, fetch some water with Jack and Jill, sit and breathe the mountain air, or take a nap, so who's to care? Well, according to all those fairy tales, wolves have long fangs and 9-inch nails, and lurking just behind that bush is a big bad wolf who'll bite your tush. Run, run, run. Oh, girls! Not true, not true. I'm telling you, the children's books have got it wrong. They've got it wrong.
He's a great bullshit who's got a bad rap.
And that's why I'm singing this song.
Wolf call, wolf whistle,
Wolf down food. I think those phrases are rather rude.
wolf, wolf, cry wolf.
Your old wolf pack, it paints us fellas as pretty black.
Ooh, ah,
Ooh, Oh, and how about that youngster who always cried wolf? It means that the youngster never told the truth when they warn, keep the wolf from your door. Comments like that are pretty hard to ignore.
throw him to the wolves.
Is another expression. It's enough to put me into a deep depression.
And how about wolfsbane?
That poisonous plant, truth be told, it wouldn't harm an ant.
You were all taught at a tender age that wolves are sneaky and prone to rage.
But that is quite false. It's all made up. We're equally as gentle as a newborn pup. Those are just fractured fairy tales. Let's blame the wolf when all else fails. But I'm here today to set the record right. And when I'm done, there'll be no more fright. So turn off your cells, sit back and relax. Now's not the time to gobble your snacks.
And when he's done, you'll be surprised.
To find that the wolves,
Find that the wolves
find that the wolves are really good guys. Give it up for the wolfettes. Well, let's see, where to begin? I guess the story of the shepherd boy and the wolf is as good a place as any to start. Let me set the scene. Once upon a time, in a far-off forest, there was a young shepherd named Lester, who was in charge of tending to a flock of sheep.
Let's go, you silly sheep! Ba ba ba, wah wah wah. Time to spend another exciting day together watching you chow down on grass. Whoop-de-woo.
Lester was not a very bright boy, and was always terribly bored After all, this was way before the time of iPads and Wii. There was nothing to do except watch the sheep all day.
Man, I'm bored. There isn't much to do all day except watch the sheep. I wish someone would invent the iPad or Wii.
Needless to say, a not very bright young man, alone in the woods with nothing to do but watch the sheep all day, can get himself into a wagon load of mischief.
I was born beneath the Matterhorn, and I love my schnitzel peppered. I think the Rhine is mighty fine, 'cause I'm a German shepherd. Ow, ow, rah, 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 rah. All I do the whole day through is to watch the flock go grazing, or observe the sky as the birds fly by late at night when I'm stargazing. I admit, as here I sit, I find life really boring. But if I fall asleep, I'll scare the sheep. You won't believe my snoring. I play solitaire in a rocking chair, but rocking makes me queasy. I am all alone without a phone, and she can play Parcheesi. Except for buys and blacks and bleeds, they're quiet, just like clams. There's not a peep out of these sheep. It's the silence of the lambs. Perhaps I should set fire to the grass here. But if I did, heaven forbid the sheep would die en masse here. I know you think that these little lambs are cuter than a button, but don't you blink, 'cause in a wink I'll turn them into mutton. And I'll cook myself some baby chops, served up with mint jelly. With no one here to call the cops, I'll be filling up my belly. What else to do? I'm in a stew. What an awful situation. If I don't mind my job, then I'll find I'll be on permanent vacation. From early morn, they're sheep to shorn. I really hate those lammies, but if I don't dip and snip and clip, there'll be no wool in jammies. I'm aware that the clothes I wear are really quite pathetic. This wool is hot, I sweat a lot, so please invent synthetic. Oh, I wish I weren't in the land of cotton. Old times here are pretty rotten, so I'm bored. Yes, I'm bored. Yes, I'm B-O-R-D. Bored.
Poor Lester, a young man with nothing to do, born in the time before Facebook. No wonder he's about to get into a whole load of trouble.
What to do? What to do? I wonder what would happen if I were to pretend that there was a wolf here trying to eat all of my sheep and I needed help.
See what I mean?
I wonder who would come to my rescue. Probably nobody. Should I give it a try?
Don't encourage him.
What have I got to lose? I'll give it a try. Help! Help! There's a big bad wolf trying to eat all of my sheep.
Do you believe this?
Help! Help! A horrible, ugly, mean old wolf is trying to eat all of my defenseless sheep.
Oh, brother.
I need help!
Who needs help? Where's the wolf? sheep in clear and present danger?
Well, guys, truth be told, there is no real wolf here. I just wanted to make sure that you come if I called, sort of like a fire drill.
And I was in the middle of plowing my 30 acres.
Why, you little Weisenheimer! I was watching SpongeBob!
Wars have started over less.
Fellas, let me apologize. It's just that I thought better safe than sorry.
Well, you've wasted our precious time!
But what if there was a real wolf?
But there wasn't.
But what if there was?
But there wasn't, and there isn't, and that's that. So don't you ever call us again unless there really is a wolf.
Now, you'd think Lester would have learned his lesson.
Man, that was so much fun. Think I'll go take myself a little nap and try it again.
But no, not Lester. He's a never-ending parade of stupid. That poor silly youngster who always cried wolf. That poor silly youngster never told the truth. But wait, his tale is far from finished. Lester's lies won't be diminished.
Nothing like a nice little snooze. Okay, time for some more fun. Man, I hope these guys are really busy working. Help! Help! There's a big bad wolf trying to eat all of my sheep.
This kid's really pushing the envelope.
Help, darn you! Help!
Where is he? Where is that blasted wolf? Let us out! Just let us out!
I'll turn him into mincemeat.
Are you sure there's a wolf here?
Wait a damn minute. I don't see no wolf.
Or is this another fire drill?
I'm sorry, guys. I really did think there was a wolf here. I heard him howling and the sheep were so scared.
Then where is he?
I guess my shout scared him away.
Yeah, that must be it. You know, I was right in the middle of making my sauerkraut.
I was right in the middle of fermenting my hops. You called me away from CSI Frankfurt.
Well, let me apologize. It will never happen again. Promise. Psst, guys, your buddy went that way. Man, I haven't had this much fun since I found that one black sheep in the family and tried to bleach him back white. But three's a charm. I think I'll go rest and try one more time.
Poor Lester. He's about to learn a lesson he won't soon forget.
All right, rest over. Ready or not, here comes Lester. Boys, oh boys, there's a big bad wolf trying to eat all of my sheep. Big bad wolf here with razor sharp fangs and long nails.
Okay, time for me to step in and right this wrong.
See you, wolf?
Golly gee, nobody's coming. What a surprise. Did you really think that those men would come running a third time?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess why not? How would they know there was no real wolf here this time?
You mean a wolf like moi?
Yeah, a wolf like you.
Sorry, kid, nobody's coming. Guess that's what happens when you cry wolf once too often and there isn't a wolf at your door.
So what are you gonna do to me? Are you gonna eat me?
Nah, I'm pretty much a vegan, so you're safe there. But I do think I need to teach you a little lesson.
Oh no, I've learned my lesson. It will never happen again.
Seems I've heard that line before.
No, really. I really promise it will never happen again. I even really promise to really keep that promise.
Sorry, kid, but your promises don't really matter.
So, what are you going to do to me?
Oh, I'm not going to do anything to you. I'll leave that to the Shepherd's Neighborhood Watch. What I am going to do is take all of your sheep and bring them to a local farmer I know who is going to keep them warm and safe and well-fed and never let anybody turn them into shish kebab.
But I'll be held responsible for the whole flock. I'll be fired.
My heart bleeds for you. Okay, come on, all you sheep. We're moving on to greener pastures.
No.
Hold. Hold. You're not holding. Come on, sheep. Let's go. I want you to meet this girl named Mary. She used to have a little lamb. So, that's what happens when you cry wolf once too often. Now, off with you. Go change your costume. You have to play a pig in Act 2. I know. The way you heard the ending of this story was that I had a feast eating all of the sheep. Completely bogus. Never happened. Just those guys at Fox News trying to stir up trouble. Who wants to hear about us wolves being the good guys? But regardless of the ending, the lesson still holds true. Don't go yelling that there's danger at your door, unless there really is. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. What next? I'm stumped. Just kidding. Well, I am sure that you're all familiar with the story of Little Red Riding Hood, that little goody two-shoes and her sweet old grandma. Well, everything that you heard is quite simply wrong. Let's start at the very beginning. The true story of Little Red Riding Hood begins the same way as the tale that you're familiar with. Little Red sets out into the woods with some food and medicine for her grandma, who is apparently very sick.
Some say in quiet, peaceful forest, my grandma needs me now. She says she has a headache, she's feeling ill, she needs a sandwich, bandage, and a pill. So into the woods off to grandma's house. skip through these dumb old woods and bring my little old granny some sort of remedy or another. It really wears a girl out. She's about 95. Now, I know it's not the right thing to think, but sometimes I wish a big, bad wolf would just come and eat her up one day.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Want something bad to happen? Let's call on the big bad wolf. Blame old BB. Well, you'll be surprised to learn exactly how this fairy tale plays out.
Honestly, I won't but had it. If only I could bump into a wolf here in the woods. Or I'd work a deal with a vicious canine to take care of Granny once and for all. I wonder if there's a wolf around. Well, there must be. Every woodsy fairy tale has a wolf. Here, wolf! Here, wolfie, wolfie!
Over here, little girl.
Werewolf?
Oh, don't start that werewolf stuff. I'm not a werewolf.
But where are you, wolf?
Wait, I'll step out of the shadows. Ow! Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf could want.
Cool. Well, listen, Mr. Wolf, please don't eat me up. I'd like to talk to you about a business proposition.
Okay, girly girl, I'll listen to what you have to say. And if I like your proposition, I won't chow down on that firm young flesh of yours. But it better be good.
Oh, it is.
I'm all ears.
I know. The better to hear me with. Well, you see, Mr. Wolf, I have this real old granny. She lives in a cottage about a mile that way, and she's real old.
You said that already.
No, I mean she's really old. Not one organ in working condition.
That's old.
Not only is she old, but she's a hypochondriac.
Well, what's that?
A hypochondriac is someone who thinks they have every disease known to man, when really it's all in their mind.
Oh, like Woody Allen.
Who?
Woody, never mind, go on.
So day in and day out, my granny calls me up and tells me she has contracted such and such an ailment, or that she's come down with such and such a disease, and then I have to traipse all the way through these dumb woods and bring her some medicine, or potion, or salve, or liniment, or painkiller, or elixir, or tonic.
Okay, I get the picture. The old lady's a downer.
Don't forget a hypochondriac.
How could I? Go on.
So here's my idea. I lend you my little red riding coat. You dress up like me, take my basket, and go visit Granny.
Intriguing. Then what?
You knock on the door, and when Granny calls out who's there, you say, why, it's me, it's Little Red.
I can do that. Then what?
Well, she'll tell you to come in, and then you go in.
I'm with you so far.
And then once you're in her confidence, then you can pounce and have a feast of Grandma Wellington.
Tempting. I do like aged beef. But, other than this fleeting feast, what's in it for me?
I'll have my greyhounds just when the meat's on.
But honey, what's in it for me?
No more devotion to calamine lotion.
But sweetie, what's in it for me?
No more bringing preventatives. No more trips into the woods.
Sorry, I need more incentives. You want me to eat her, so you'll no longer treat her. But baby, what's in it for me?
I'll get to party with Marvin and Marty.
Forget it, what's in it for me?
Your misunderstanding, she's been so demanding.
I get it! What's in it for me?
No more Granny's indigestion. No more Johnson to the woods.
Akira, you're avoiding the question. You want me to chill her, and that's killer diller. But baby, what's in it for me?
A dance break? secret to which you'll be privy, one that you'll find full of merit. 'Cause there's lots that I will inherit, lots I will inherit. This is not a crime full of passion, it's simply envy and greed. Happy to know that they're both still in fashion, and that I'll also get what I need.
And that's what's in it for me.
What's in it for me?
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 What's in it for me? That's what's in it for me.
Well, I must admit that's a pretty tempting proposition. I'll get a home-cooked meal and lots of leftovers, and then we'll split your inheritance 50-50.
Wait a minute. Hoo-ha! Hang on.
What?
80-20, my favor.
70-30, my favor.
60-40, my favor.
Like I said, 50-50. Deal?
Deal.
Good. Then hurry up and give me that poke of yours. I'll be in your basket, too. Oh. You know, not every wolf could pull this off. You know, I think after all is said and done, I'll keep it.
Hey, that wasn't part of the deal.
It is now.
Of course it is.
Now hurry up and give me that picnic basket. Wow! What a stash! I could open up a drugstore with all these meds you're carrying. Abreva, Abilify, Advair, Advil, Aleve, Aspergum, and I'm just on the A's.
Let me guess. You want to keep the basket too, right?
Yepers, you read my mind.
Anything else before you go?
Nope. Just give me a half-hour head start, and then come a calling.
Come a-calling. Where are we? Down on the farm? Okay, you got it, Mr. Green Jeans.
Ready?
Ready.
Meet you round the cottage in half an hour. Meet you round the cottage in half an hour. Meet you round the cottage in half an hour.
Well, that certainly worked out well. In half an hour, I'll be free, rich, and fabulous. I won't have to wear that tough cloak or schlep that stupid basket around anymore. Just in half an hour, I'll be on my own. No more slaving for that little old crazy. And before that silly old wolf has flown, I'll make sure he's also pushing up a daisy. Oh, Grandma was a hypochondriac. Mr. Wolf will get her on one back. She was a hypo, and that's no tangle, la la, la la. Into the woods off to Grandma's house I go. Oh, Grandma, it's me, Little Red. Are you in there? Are you okay? Oh, goody, no answer. That's a big plus. Hey, Wolf, you can come out now. Wolf? Come on, where are you? Well, what do you know? Maybe he took off. But what could be better than that? Granny's deceased and that dumb old wolf didn't stick around to reap the rewards. Yay for my team. Okay, let me just find my picnic basket and I'll be on my way.
Told ya!
Wow, you almost gave me a heart attack. I didn't know you were here. I shouted for you.
Can it, sister? The jig is up.
What, Jake? What do you mean?
I mean, did you really think I'd murder your granny? Why, she's just a big old sweetheart.
She's still alive? You didn't eat her?
Of course not. What do you take me for, a carnivore?
Well, then where is she?
Just take a look.
That's Granny?
Yep, via a remote live feed.
Can she hear us? Does she see us?
Sure, talk to her.
Granny, can you hear me? Granny, can you see me?
Of course I can. What? You think I'm deaf, dumb, and blind, you little brat?
But how did you?
Calm down. I lent her my smart cart and told her to skip town.
But Granny, how healthy you look.
What? I shouldn't look healthy? I'm like an ox.
But you've been sick all these years.
Nah, I just felt like having some fun with you. Seeing how you were so prematurely looking forward to your inheritance, I got a kick out of stringing you along.
You mean you don't have a weak heart?
Weak heart? I am like a sump pump.
But what about all those headaches?
The only headache I ever had is you, my sweet.
But your stomach?
Who are you kidding? I have White Castle 3 times a week.
Well, muscle aches, cold, influenza.
Acting, my dear. All acting. I deserve a Tony, no? I'm as fit as a fiddle and as healthy as a horse.
You mean all this time, all these trips, all for your amusement and at my expense?
10 for good, buddy. Hypochondria is all in the mind of the beholder. Well, gotta run. I have a Pilates class in a few minutes, and then I am running a marathon. Be well. I'll talk to you in a decade or so. Oh, and if you want to stay in the cottage, be my guest. I am moving to a palazzo in Tuscany. Roberto!
Well, I'm flummoxed.
And deservedly so.
So, what now?
Well, I am feeling a bit hungry. And you'd make a tasty mid-afternoon late lunch.
Oh!
But no, I'm a vegan. And I guess you learned your lesson.
Yes, indeed, I have. Greed is a green-eyed monster, and envy is its mini-me.
Well put, I think.
Well, thanks for not eating, Grandma. I must admit, I sometimes sort of like the old gal. I'm going to try and make it up to her. Oh, and thanks for not eating either of us.
No problem. And I think it'd be nice if you told your grandma you do appreciate her, and that you're happy she really isn't at death's door. I think she'd like that. Well, gotta run. See you around. So now I'm set to record straight. The boy who cried wolf and little red's fate. And I hope you remember and pass along the story that's right, not the story that's wrong. But now it's time for intermission. Get up, stretch a bit, change your position, and when you come back, another story that's phony of the 3 little pigs. What a load of baloney. See you in 10, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everyone enjoyed the intermission. Well now, time for the 3rd story in our trio of tall tales. And this one is the most upsetting of them all. Because there wasn't just one person picking on me, there were 3. Oh, the 3 little pigs. What swine they are! Let's start at the very beginning. Way back, before the recession of 1378, I owned some property. And on this stretch of land, I built myself 3 terrific houses. 1, a basic 1-bedroom, 1-bath, no frills, low-income model made of straw. 2, a smart little middle-of-the-line single-family cape made of twigs. And 3, the piece de resistance, a deluxe duplex townhouse made of brick with a fireplace and 2-cart garage. I should have never listened to the realtor who convinced me to rent to the 3 little pigs.
Musha, Essie, I think it's time we moved up in the world. I'm tired of living down on the farm.
Me too, Golda, but can we afford it?
Well, mortgage rates are low and we could probably get financing through Piggy May or Porky Mac. Okay, I agree. It's never, one for all.
And all for one.
And every pig for themselves.
but don't hog-hit yourself. We're moving. We're gonna get ourselves some houses. We're gonna sleep in comfy beds. We're gonna use a toilet instead of using the sheds. We'll do our cooking in our kitchen. We'll watch the TV in the den. We'll do our dining at a table and not in a pen.
They said we never could afford it, not in a little piggy's eye. They said that this could only happen when piggies can fly.
Well, we'll be flying in the morning and living high upon the hog,
No more eating slop for dinner.
like legs of frog.
Piggy, 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 piggy.
Come on, girls, put your tails into it. We'll be signing yearly leases, and we'll be putting money down, 'cause we're packing up the pigsty and moving uptown. This little piggy's going to market.
This little piggy's staying home. This little piggy's eating roast beef.
Piggy the piggy will none, and these little piggies are looking. We all the way home, and these little piggies are looking. We all the way home.
I should have known something wasn't kosher when those three little pigs made an offer on my 3 houses. But of course, I'm an equal opportunity kind of wolf, and they did manage to scrounge up the down payment, so I had no choice but to rent to the little porkers. But I knew something was fishy when we all met to sign the leases at the closing. Okay, little piggies, have you decided which one of you is going to rent which house? Who is going to get that little cutie made of straw? Who is going to live in that little sweetie made of twigs? And who is the proud owner of the brick townhouse?
Well, the thing is, Mr. Landlord, we feel that the only house suitable to live in is the brick townhouse. The other ones, well, they're not really our style.
Not your style? What do you think you are, chinchillas? You're pigs! You're used to living in the pigsty. But even the little house of straw is a giant step up on the social ladder for each of you.
Yeah, well, we still really only want the brick house.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's a trifecta. All 3 are nothing.
I'm afraid that...
Now you listen here, you sausages! I turned down a number of legitimate offers, from ducks and chicks and geese. Better hurry! Either you abide by the agreement to take the trio, or the deal is off.
Now, give us a moment. And no football jokes. We're sensitive about our pig skin. Okay, you win. We'll take all 3 as agreed upon. Here are the signed leases ready to go, and here's the check to cover the whole kit and caboodle.
Well, that's more like it. Okay, pigs, we have a deal. Little did I know, that these 3 slabs of bacon had something up their collective hooves. Something that wasn't very friendly.
Well, my fellow land barons, what are we going to do now?
Well, there's no way I'm living in that house made of straw.
And I'm certainly not going to live in that disaster made of sticks.
Right. So like I said, what are we going to do now?
How about we get ourselves a big steamroller, a churning, burning fog, and late at night we start her up and roll that house into a pile of junk.
That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. He must admit that sounds good. That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. He must admit that sounds good. That sounds really good.
How about we build him out of bomb and get a land to fly above that barn and knock that little house down? Yes it should, when push comes to shove.
That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. He must admit that sounds real good. That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. He must admit that sounds good. That sounds really good.
I got an idea how to rip those houses, although we are told never to play with fire.
Just not to give you this telephone pole and burn it up with the highest line wire.
That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. He must admit that sounds real good. That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. He must admit that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Wait a minute, I have a great notion.
Just what an idea to join our crowd.
Brilliant! Splendid! Rainy and bright! We'll huff and we'll puff and we'll pull that house down. 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 That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. We must admit that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. We must admit that sounds good. That sounds good. We'll huff and we'll puff and we'll pull that house down. We'll huff and we'll puff and we'll blow that old house down. We're gonna blow that house down.
So tonight, once it gets dark, we'll mosey on over to those 3 little houses and blow as hard as we can and knock down that house of straw.
Then we'll take another deep breath and blow down that house made of sticks.
And then all that will be left will be that wonderful, glorious house of brick where we can all live happily ever after.
Now, all we have to do is wait until it's dark. Oh,
Well, it's about time.
all right, let's go.
Follow me.
That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. We must admit that sounds good. That sounds good, yeah, that sounds good. We must admit that sounds good. That sounds really good. We'll huff and we'll puff and we'll blow that house down. We'll huff and we'll puff and we'll blow that old house down. We're gonna blow that house down.
All right, on the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
Gotcha! You scared the devil out of us.
And just what is it you think you're doing?
Oh, nothing at all. We were just taking a look at our houses, assessing the parking situation,
Trying to figure out the landscape
Are you sure you weren't just about to try and blow down my house of straw and my house of sticks so that you three can collect on the insurance and all move into the house of brick?
No, of course not, Mr. Wolf.
Why would we ever want to do that? We love these three houses equally.
You don't for a moment think that we place any class distinction on your houses?
Acquainting the house of straw with the lower class, the house of twigs with the almost non-existent middle class, and the house of brick with the privileged upper class.
Well said.
Thank you.
No, I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm absolutely sure of it!
Wow.
And I'm outraged!
Hold! You're not holding! Thank you. So what now? What are you going to do to us?
Well, at the very best, I'd like to cancel your lease and not refund the down payment. At very best, tomorrow morning I'd like to pig out on a hearty breakfast of 3 poached eggs, home fries, and a humongous side of crispy bacon! Yikes! But, seeing how this show has gotten awful serious all of a sudden, and after all, it is a kids' musical, and usually about this time in the second act, there's always a big rousing song by the leading character. I've decided to let bygones be bygones and perform what I like to call the 11 o'clock number. You're sitting in the audience. You've read the playbill twice, and the second act is dragging G, a song now would be nice. Then suddenly the orchestra wakes you from your slumber, and you pray to all the theater gods for that big production number. Gypsy's mom had a song about roses. Jim Kelly jokes that Moses supposes. River City dances to that spunky shaboopy. And it's supper time for good old Snoopy. Wait with great anticipation just to hear that one singular sensation. Alfred Doolittle, here's your tipsy Lord.
That he's getting married in the morning.
It's the 11 o'clock number, that big show-stopping song. The 11 o'clock number, right where it belongs. The 11 o'clock number, with its hummable melody. The 11 o'clock number, for theatrical ecstasy. How about
Give me that thing called love from modern Finland. If you walked into my life from me
Bringing alive from Sondheim's company.
and quantum info from the web by Chakalopouchini. Yeah, all of them peasants, pearls before swine.
the 11 o'clock number, that big show-stopping song? The 11 o'clock number, and where it belongs. The 11 o'clock number, with its hummable melody. The 11 o'clock number, for theatrical ecstasy.
Jekyll and Hyde in the confrontation.
Bringing home from like this will leave you teary.
Fagin is reviewing the situation.
Well, Dolly waves her little hand and whispers, so well, dearie. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Oklahoma,
You can't stop the beat.
Arrivo de Roma.
That's from a movie, goofball.
I saw it on the 11 o'clock showing.
magical ecstasy. That's the 11 o'clock, the 11 o'clock, the 11 o'clock number. For theatrical ecstasy. Well, that sure was fun. Nothing like a good old show tune to lighten the mood.
So you'll forgive us?
I suppose I will. But I want you to promise you'll live happily in all 3 houses. And promise as well that you'll work to make each of them a home sweet home in their own right.
Promise! I'll take the straw house and go to IKEA tomorrow. Love sweet schmatter.
It's tweets for me. I'll decorate in French country. Trebo.
You're such a ham.
And I'll take the bricks. It lends itself to early American, even though it hasn't been discovered yet.
Excellent. We have a deal. And remember, even though some things might not look that great on the outside, it's what's inside that counts. Whether it's a house, or a person, or even a wolf. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a cat by its purr. You can't judge a whale by its blubber. And you can't judge a wolf by its fur.
Don't judge a house by its shingles. Don't judge a turtle by its shell.
Don't judge a bell by its jingles.
And don't judge a pig by its smell.
You must never make assumptions. Appearances can be misleading. It's wrong to act on your presumptions. It shows a lack of good breeding. So never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. You win or lose by how you choose, although it sounds a bit cliche. Come here, you little hors d'oeuvres. Hey! I'm working here! You can't judge a pot by its handle. You can't judge a boot by its spur. You can't judge a whip by its handle. So don't judge a wolf by its You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a cat by its fur. You can't judge a whale by its blubber. And you can't judge a wolf by its fur. No, you can't. No, you can't judge a wolf by its fur. No, you can't judge a wolf by its So there you have it. The true, honest-to-goodness, and totally accurate stories of The Boy Who Cried Wolf, Little Red Riding Hood, and the 3 Little Pigs. Next time you hear someone telling one of those fairy tales, do me a favor, set them straight and tell them the real story. Keep in mind, those are just fractured fairy tales. Let's blame the wolf when all else fails. But I'm here today to set the record right. Now that I'm done, there'll be no more fright. So when you go home or when you go back to school, please remember this one very golden rule. And now that you know, there shouldn't be a surprise to find that the wolves
Find that wolf.
find that the wolves are really good guys. That's all, folks.